Like yourself, if you've been trading for any length of time, you probably feel like you're just barely treading water or maybe even underwater. In my case, I needed an edge, and I wanted to figure out exactly what would work best. I'd read about these algorithmic trading programs, and I decided I wanted to make one. I knew what I wanted it to have in it. I needed to find a programmer who could do the job for me. It was a whole lot of programming. It took 5 years to develop. It allows you to enter up to 2 positions to trade at the same time on your computer connected to interactive brokers. The algorithm will find the best entry and the best exit points, no matter which direction the market is moving, which means it automatically takes into account changes in trend in intraday, which is where you can really get crash on the rocks, wipeout. So that was the goal. I described all that to the programmer, and he went ahead and we came up with an algorithm, found an algorithm, and we made it into a different programming language, and so that it would work with interactive brokers. The trading platform downloads. It's open source. It's Science Spring, and then you trade from that, and the algorithm automatically trades for you. Momentum stocks are presented each morning with the highest RSI, relative strength indication, and those are the ones that will give you the best chance at making a good profit. If you want, you can do a double ETF trade called an inverse trade, where you have like the SPY and SE, or SH, which are the two opposites, which catch either side of the market, no matter which direction it goes. And each day it sells out at the end of the day because those need to be recalibrated and readjusted so you renew your margin. I prefer to give stocks with lower value of the stock because that is less chance of your having the system, the margin get used up, which will lock up your trading platform. So I give a list every morning. I have 4 Twitter accounts that I give that information, and also a link where you can go and find it on a site, several sites where that's available. That information will be there each morning before the market opens. You can trade in Europe and buy into a position, and then at the height, you just do the buy order, and the algorithm will automatically start buying will buy at the best entry point. And if we have a good trend up in the market, you will have the algorithm handle the trade, and then it'll sell out at the point that is the optimum point for you to make a profit. So it gives you 2 different ways to go. If you want to have successful momentum trading, it gives you that, or you can do, like I say, a 2-directional ETF protective thing, which it's called a double position trade, which allows you to catch both sides of the market. You can do that with lower price stocks, where one of them is an inverse, like SH, I think is maybe $28 or so. The SPY is up to like almost 200, so I think that's too high. It'll use up all your margin in just 2 trades. I tell you, I give stocks each morning that are high momentum stocks for you, so you can use those to make your best profit on something, and then it'll automatically trade out if there starts to be a trend reversal. Usually there is around 10:30 or maybe 10:15, and the algorithm will automatically take care of all that. And the biggest problem traders have, they don't know when those trends are going to change, so they get emotional and they just jump out, get out. They jump out of the plane. The algorithm does all that. It detects what the market's doing, what the trend's doing, and it finds the best point for you to get the exit. This is what I always wanted. It gives you an edge. That's why I called it an advantage. That's why I call it Algo Trader's Edge. And it should be able to make you really good profits. I give you 2 weeks to practice with just regular paper trading, either on Interactive Brokers, they have that simulated trading, or also right in the algorithm, or rather the software for Science Spring. Both have simulated trading tools. So before you even get the trial, you read up on it. You learn how to use it. It's not that complicated, really. All you're doing is buying and learn how to place a buy order. The algorithm does all the rest. The algorithm will take you out of the trade. You do have an option to have the algorithm decide. You tell it if you want to stay in the trade for the complete day, or whether you want to let it decide to go ahead and trade out because it wants to give you the max margin the next day. That's what the main thing it does. It gives you that choice, and it is the best thing I know of, the thing I wish I always had, that should give you a chance to make some real money. I've spent 5 years coming up with this because I always wanted to have it. Here I am. I want to make it available to as many people as possible because I really think it gives you an edge. And there aren't many things that are. It's sure in your bank account. It's sure in your certificates of deposit. That's 0.5%, if that. And this is going to give you a chance. You're going to be involved. Or you can make it. You're going to be choosing your stock. I go with stocks or ETFs primarily. There's also Forex. You can do that. Now Forex is for 10,000 minimum. Stocks is 25 plus a pad minimum for the SEC rules. That's something you need to read up on before you do anything. It's on the website, algotradersedge.com. And I think this gives you a really great tool. There's a lot of resources that I put right on the website. Look on the news tab, and then you'll find the resources there that you can go to learn more about where to find the best momentum stocks. There's several for those, and links for those, and also for Forex. Those are the two that I focus on right now. As far as options and futures go, that is something I will present more on in the future, like for S&P 500 minis. That's something I want to do. And then there's the options are the biggest one. There's like 20 of those, and how to give the simplest ones that give you the closest thing to winning trades is what I want to be able to do, including how to give yourself protection on a position that you have open using an option. There's a way to do that. I want to include that in the training, but I want to do things that are strictly as conservative and profit making as possible. This entire algorithm, read up on what it is and what it does, and you'll be impressed, because it's the best thing I have found that will give you the best chance of profits. I hope you want, after you do some simulated trading, you'll feel as strongly as I do about it, and you'll want to go ahead and get the subscription because you'll make some money. And I just want to put a plug in. This is my daughter's painting. It's a picture of water that's rough water on like a boat dock. That to me that's just the talent that my daughter has. I couldn't think of anything better to include in this video. I think it's an awesome picture, and she did it just for me. So I'm very happy with it. Again, you need smooth sailing, which this water here doesn't give you. The market's a one-armed bandit. This is your best chance to come out of Las Vegas with some cash in your pocket. That's what I want for you. Thank you very much, and best luck with your trading. Email me, PhilMcDavid@yahoo.com. I'd be glad to hear from you. Thank you.